Hey everyone, so today I will be filming a makeup look, and the look I will be filming is basically the one I have on my face. It's very quick, it's very basic, but it is a look that I kind of use, especially if it's like a work related thing or event and I want to use makeup, then I'll typically go for this kind of look. So yeah, let's get started. So now I'm going to move on to the eyes, and the eyes are going to be very simple. I'm just going to prime my eyes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of concealer, and this is just the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and I'm just going to put it on my eyelid. I'm just going to set my concealer with some translucent powder, and I'm just going to use the RCMA No Color Powder, and just going to set it all over. Now I'm going to prime the face. I like to just prime it a few minutes before I put foundation, just so that it can kind of sink into the skin. And I already put my skincare products before. Fitting Wear Pore Cover Primer by Missha. Now I'm going to move on to foundation, and I'm going to go more for like a natural light coverage. The Essence Pure Nude Makeup Foundation. And I'm just going to squeeze a pump of it, and the color is Pure Honey in shade 30, and it's very runny. I'm just going to do a pump and a half, and I really like this foundation. I'm actually going to do a review, and this is the Ordinary the Serum Foundation Lightweight, and I'm just going to do another pump, and this is in the shade 2.1 Yellow, and this is a little bit too yellow for me at the moment, but I still like the way it feels, so I'm just going to mix it in. But I'm just going to dab it onto the skin and then blend it away. It's a pretty good color. Still a little bit yellow, it's not a perfect match, but that's okay. Just bring it down to the neck. Actually, I don't use foundation on the bridge of my nose. I'm just going to use a combination of the Photo Focus Concealer and the LA Girl High Definition Concealer, and this is in the shade Creamy Beige, and the Wet n Wild one is in the shade Light Medium Beige. I'm actually just going to take the brush and just dab it into the skin. I'm just going to take a damp beauty sponge and then just press the concealer into the skin. And then the rounded edge, I'm just going to pat it all over the face. That way you can make sure that the foundation that I used with the brush is really well blended. I'm just going to use a little bit of the RCMA powder and just dab it there. I usually don't set my under eye concealer. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends how I feel. But I have very dry skin, so I try not to. But right now, I really layered a lot of moisturizer before filming, so it should be fine. I always just move back and forth. I'm just going to take my bronzer that I'll be using, and this is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, and just an angled brush, like eye brush or any brush, and I'll just place it literally all over the lid. I'm going to use the Girl Meets Pearl highlighter by Benefit, and I'm just going to tap it onto the lid. And it's just a very nice, it's a very nice sheer highlight, almost like pink and pearly. It doesn't have much pigmentation, but it just really adds a little bit of a gloss. I have with this highlighter, especially using it on the lids, it's that it does crease, so usually I just like to go back and kind of blend out like the buildup that's left in the crease. I'm actually going to take the rest and place it like on the high points of my face while I'm at it. Using the Tony Moly Circle Lens Delight Mascara, and then I'm just really going to add a lot of coats of mascara and a highlighter, and I will first, usually I will go in with my fingers and then with the brush to build it up, but since this is more of a quick look and it's more for, you know, when you're on a time or limited time, I'll just use the brush and just dab it on first. So I'll skip the first step. And actually, since I stopped using foundation on the bridge of my nose, I think it's kind of better. It doesn't intensify my pores as much. Especially I have quite prominent pores on my nose, but it really helps kind of hide the pores a bit more. My camera just cut off right now, so I'm not quite sure where I left off, but I just finished bronzing the skin with the butter bronzer. I'm just going to apply some blush. I will be using the e.l.f. blush in Candid Coral. I do like it. I think it has a little bit of fallout, but that's okay, especially for the price. I think it's a great deal. It's a very pretty peachy shade, and then I'm just going to place it on the cheeks and drag it upward. And I actually like to take the brush and whatever's left on the cheeks, on the forehead, and on the neck, just because I naturally have a lot of redness that peeks through, so I just think it's a little bit more natural doing that. Smile and place it on there. I'm just going to finish up the eyes, so I'm just going to take the same angled brush and a little bit more of the bronzer, and I'm just going to go once more. And I'm kind of going to go over where I placed the highlight. Just for now, it's fine. What I can do is also take the blush, taking my finger, and I'm placing it on the lid and just going a little bit up. And with a little bit more highlighter, and try to pack it on just so there can be a little bit more luminosity. I will be taking a little bit of the highlight and just placing it on the lid. And to open up the eyes, I'm just going to take a nude eyeliner, and this is from Rimmel. I just take the beauty sponge and use it to kind of help me guide underneath there. On black eyeliner, just to tight line and open up the eyes. At first I was really like timid by this. And last but not least, add another coat of mascara, brow gel on. And this is from Nature Republic in the shade 1, which is the shade brown. And I actually just purchased it yesterday at the high speed station. I was in Beijing, and yeah, they have Nature Republic in the station, and this is the darkest shade they had that I saw, because I wanted more of a darker one like the Misha, so hopefully it kind of suits my eyebrow color. So far I like it. I think the spoolie is good. The brown is more of it's definitely a brown, but it has more of a red undertone. I was hoping it'd be more like grayish, have more of a gray undertone, but we'll see. It's definitely a wet formula. I know my eyebrows aren't even, but that's kind of just how they are. So now I'll just go on and coat my bottom lashes with the same mascara. Lips. So I will be using just Peachy, and this is from Wet n Wild, and it's in their Mega Last formula. I definitely like going for a bright lip, especially if I have like a very subdued eye look. At work, maybe I'll use more of a nude. I don't really like using many nudes because I just don't think they personally look that great in me. I don't feel as confident wearing a nude color as I do wearing a bright color. But using the LA Girl Glazed Super Intense Color Extra Glossy Finish color in the shade, ooh, I don't know the shade. I think it's like Blushing something. I don't know, it's kind of cut off. I got these at Tmoods while I lived in Taiwan. I bought a lot of these. And then I got a few more when I was in LA like a year ago. But this one I got in Taiwan. So this is kind of like a mauve purple. This is really it for the makeup look. I mean, if you want to add a little bit more to it or add more dimension to it, I would take an eyeliner and then just add a little bit on the lid. I wouldn't even do a wing, and I would actually take a light Brown. This is actually a gel liner from Tony Moly. I really like it. And it's in the shade Cocoa Brown, number 6. Just by adding a little bit of liner, it adds more dimension to the eye. Last but not least, I'm just going to spray some Innisfree Green Tea Mineral Mist just to kind of set the face. This is not a setting spray. It's kind of like a spray you use to like refresh your skin during the day. But I like to use it just all over the face, and then I'll take my sponge and then just dab the product into my skin. Just kind of to help blend everything together. Yeah, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions or would like to know more about the products I'm using or anything, yeah, just let me know, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.